Hi, I'm Joseph and I write adventures. And I publish those adventures on many different websites. One of those is itch.io. So I thought it would be helpful if you have never heard of this website or you're new to publishing to give you a little bit of an intro from a publisher's point of view of what is this website and how do you use it, how do you get set up, how do you publish an adventure on itch.io. So first off, let's define things. What is itch.io? Well, it's a website and it looks like this. And it's primarily or originally used for selling video game. It's an indie sales site, but it's also used to sell books, comics, music, and TTRPG adventure content. I wouldn't call it a mainstream platform, but it does see a lot of traffic, and some customers prefer using it to mainstream platforms, so I think it's good to have a presence there. So to get started, you'll first need to create an account on Itch. It's pretty basic. Name, email, password, the usual stuff. And the account that you create, that's one account, is both for buying other people's stuff and selling your own stuff. So it's just one type of account. Other websites will have buyer and seller accounts as two separate things. It's just one account here. Once you've set up your account, you'll have your own home page. And you can see, here's mine. This is something that you can customize. You can change the colors. Mine's black. It's very user-friendly. There's a bunch of very clearly labeled buttons at the top for editing the theme and the appearance. And when you start selling things, they will appear here on your homepage. In the top right corner of the page, you can see later, there is a drop-down menu that lets you explore the site a little bit more. And halfway down that drop-down menu is an item called Upload New Project. Click on that, and you'll get this blank form. And to set up your adventure for sale, all you need to do is fill out this form. It's very straightforward, it's very user-friendly, but we're going to walk through it real quick. Actually, I'm going to take this away because I don't want to do graphics for the next 10 minutes. There's a title field. You type in the title of your adventure. There is a project URL field. You do not need to fill this out. It will auto-populate with your title. Done for you. There is a short description, and this is just like 8 words of what is this cool project of yours. And you could just say, oh, it's an adventure for Shadowdark. That's kind of what mine look like. There is classifications. For that, I select physical games. There's a field for kind of project, which I leave as downloadable. There is release status, which I leave as released. Then you have pricing, and there are 3 options. The first is $0 or donate, which is basically pay what you want. So I've used this feature. It allows people to either take your thing for free, or if they want to kick you a couple bucks out of the goodness of their hearts, they have that option. So that's a good option to have, 0 or donate. The second option is paid, which is you assign a price to it and people must pay that price to get your file. And the last option is no payments. You do not want to accept offerings and donations. You just want to give it away for free. I've used all 3 of these options. They're all perfectly good. And of course, you can change them at any time. The next section is called Uploads. You just click the red button and say Upload, and this allows you to upload the files for whatever your adventure is. Usually that's a PDF of the text, but you can also include additional files. You may want to include character sheets or pregens, separate maps, which can be image files. They don't have to be PDFs. So you can put all these items up as individual uploads, and you can assign to each one by clicking little boxes whether or not you want this item to be free or to be paid. So maybe you want the text of your adventure to be a paid item, but you want the character sheets and the maps to be free. Absolutely fine. Easy to do. You can just click buttons. And of course, you can change it at any time. The next field is called Details, and this is a really big field. This is the text field where you do your whole big, long adventure description. I encourage you to put as much information in as possible. Put in the flavor text so people get interested. Put a lot of technical details like what level is it, what system is it, how many players is it for, what do you need. Anything that helps people make an informed decision about whether or not they want to buy your adventure, you should put in this box. You can make it very, very long. The next field is called Genre, and here we select the genre of the game that your dungeon is taking place in. Or the next field is called Tags, and here we can type in descriptors, and you can do up to 10 of them. I encourage you to use all 10, and they can be things like Dungeons and Dragons, TTRPG, horror, adventure. You're just plugging in words so that people can go looking for and find your adventure. The next field is about AI. There are radio buttons here. You can choose yes, I have used AI, or no, I have not. The correct answer, of course, is no. No one should be using AI to make games. So please don't and say no. The next field is App Store links. I don't find this applicable to me, so I leave it blank. The next field is custom noun. I leave it blank. The default is game. The next field is community. You can disable this if you don't want people leaving comments on your page. I always leave the comments turned on so I can interact with my customers and my audience. There's also a third option for a discussion board, which I have never turned on, so I don't know if it's useful or good, but I like to have the comments turned on. The next field is visibility and access. If you're still working on the page and it's not ready to go live yet, then you just leave it in draft. When you are done and you're ready to go live, then you just click the button for public. On the right side of this big form, there are fields for you to upload images. You can put up a cover image, and I strongly recommend that you do. You can also upload other supporting images. Sometimes I put up the maps or some of the spot illustrations. Again, we're just trying to entice people to look at our adventure, so I think that's a good tool to use. Once you're done making all these changes and you're happy with it, you can change again the status to public and hit save, and now your adventure is up and available to the world on sale. Congratulations. Once that's up, though, and you immediately find there's a typo and you need to make changes, it's easy to do. You just go to the top of the page of your product page, and there's a button that says Edit Game. And then you immediately go back into that exact same form where you set the thing up, and you can just change the content and just hit save again. You can make infinite changes at any time. It's very flexible. I like it very much. Now that your adventure is on sale on Itch, you can again go to the drop-down menu in the upper right corner, and you go down to Dashboard, select Dashboard, and this is where all your tools and analytics and data is, and it can show you how many people are viewing your pages, where they're coming from, how many are downloading, how many are buying. All of the data is presented to you in some very nice and easy to read charts and graphs and tables, so it's very helpful. But now that you've got your adventure on sale, how do you get paid? This is a very practical question. We should answer practical questions. How do you get paid? In the drop-down menu from the upper right corner, go down to Account and click on Settings. Then you want to find an object in the left-hand menu that's called Payout Mode. So we have two options here for payout mode. The first option is that Itch is just going to collect your payments from your customers and wait for you to make a withdrawal from that account. And this is the option that I've selected. The second option is that Itch will send you the money every time there's a single sale, which I think is too frequent and too small. That means you're going to be getting $2, $2 very frequently. So I leave this set on the first option. Itch collects all my money, and then a couple of times a year, I make withdrawals from that account. When I do want to withdraw my money, I go to the Payouts page. And I've connected Itch to my PayPal account, so whenever I want to, I can just hit the button and I can transfer money from my Itch account over to PayPal. So it's very easy to do. It's very intuitive. It only takes a couple of minutes to set up. You can have that money directed to other accounts if you want to. It's pretty flexible and it's all under your control. And I think it only took me a day or two to make those connections, linked up and ready to go. So it did not take a lot of time. You could start having everything set up tonight. And you'll be done, I think, by tomorrow. So that is my quick introduction to Itch. I hope that makes this neat little platform seem a little more approachable and easy to use. I think it's a great way to quickly and easily set up your first online store, if you've not done that before, to sell digital products. Again, it's not a big mainstream store. It's not going to get you tons of traffic. But again, there are people who prefer it to using mainstream stores because they don't want to support those stores, perhaps, and they think Itch is much better. Also, worth saying, the Itch platform allows you to decide what percentage of your sales you want to go to pay Itch. Itch does not automatically take a percentage of your sale, like other websites often do. Other websites often will take something like 30% of your sale for the privilege of working out of their store. Itch allows you to set a number yourself, so you can pay them as much or as little as you want to, which I think is very kind and generous of them. So again, I think it's worth checking out Itch as your first online digital presence store for selling your adventures. And that's everything for right now, so good luck out there. Hey everyone, if you like this content and you want to see more, or if you just want to support the channel, you can head over to my Patreon, where I have a whole bunch of stuff being queued up. We have dev notes for my adventures, we have my fantasy novels, we have early access to videos, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So please go check out my Patreon at patreon.com/josephrlewis. Thanks.